Alright, so now I'm going to start talking about the considerations you should take into account when you're going to mod your units. And most importantly, the first thing you want to do is start modding your PvP team. I mean, if you're not modding your PvP team, you're probably going to fall down the ranks pretty quickly because the modifications can really boost your guys up significantly. So, I'm going to start off with one of my favorite characters and just a fucking beast of a unit, the Geon Soldier. So when you're thinking about modding your units, you got to think about what's their strengths and what's their weaknesses. In this case, the Geon Soldier doesn't really have any weaknesses. He's fast, does a lot of damage. His special ability allows him to attack very frequently. He's got good life, good protection. You know, his tenacity is decent. I mean, he's basically an all-around good unit. He doesn't really have any weaknesses. That being the case, you got to figure out what you need, what you want to do in order to enhance his abilities. And that being the case, giving him, since he's already got good life and he attacks a lot and he does a lot of damage, you want him to survive. So, knowing that, I want to give him more protection and more life for sure. And he's already fast, so speed is not really a consideration for me. But I do want to be able to give him critical chance because his swarm ability gives him plus 50% turn meter anytime he scores a critical hit. So if we can increase his critical hit chance, then he can, every time, I mean, if he keeps critical hitting, he automatically gets a 50% bonus to the next turn. You know, he's basically like a machine gunner, except for shooting cannons. So that being the case, the health modification, if you have, it only requires 2. So it gives him plus 15% health. And the defensive modification gives him plus 15 defense with only 2. So it's not it's no brainer. If I want to keep him alive, I give him life and I give him defense. So, and that leaves me space for 2 more. I'm gonna have to remove one of these. I just got this really good Mark IV modification for him, so I'm gonna have to remove one of the other lives because my third set is gonna be, in line with his swarm ability. If I can get this thing to work, here we go. It's gonna be the plus 10% critical hit. Well, 15 because I'm gonna, obviously I'll upgrade it all the way. So we give him an additional 15% critical hit chance, which, every time he gets a critical hit, he gets 50% turn meter. So it's a no-brainer. Those are the 3 things I want to do: life, defense, critical hit chance. That also being said, I want to look for secondary abilities on these units that help him with those 3 things. So this Mark IV health modification plus 4,156 protection. That's insane. So right there, we're giving him another 4,100 hit points to his armor, and this is only level 9. And then has a secondary stance of critical hit, speed, and offense. So we got every single thing I want to add to this unit. This modification adds 4,156 protection, plus 6% hit critical chance, plus 5 seeds. So he gets faster. He gets, not only is he getting the turn meter, but he's also got additional 5 speed, and he's already one of the fastest units in the game. Plus 3 offense. He's already a power hitter. So we're giving him more offense, more critical chance, more speed, more protection. This is the perfect modification for the Geon Soldier. And you couple that with another one, all these that I've selected. I mean, this one I put this in there because it was a Mark II and it was one of the first ones I got, so I just placed it in there. But this one, he's got. I chose this one because it has critical hit. So basically, another additional critical hit chance gives him protection, defense, tenacity, plus offense. So I mean, again, we're doing all the things that I want to do. We're giving him more life, more defense, more critical hit, more offense. Here we go. Plus another 3. This thing is amazing. This one has plus 15% critical damage. So now that on top of his critical hits, we're doing more damage. Got another plus 3 critical hit. Defense, offense, health. This is another perfect. I wish it was a higher mark, but this is a perfect modification for this unit. You know, critical damage, critical hit chance, defense, offense, health. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that for the Geon Soldier. Here we go. This one adds defense, speed, offense, and another critical hit. So, I mean, basically, this guy becomes a tank, even though he's not supposed to be a tank. And he's very fast. He gets huge critical hits, gets them very often, which makes his speed, gives him 50% turn meter. And I mean, basically, like I said, he becomes a machine gunning tank that shoots fucking tank rounds. He just blows people away, and he attacks so fast, it's unbelievable. I mean, this is only this. I think this is the first or second day that the mods came out. Once I get, you know, some better modifications, I mean, the guy's gonna be fucking ridiculous. I mean, let's look at his statistics. He's got 16, 30, you know, he's got 32,000, almost 30, over 33,000 life. He's 160. The only unit faster than him are Ray and Doku, and his speed is now I mean, I think it might even be higher than Doku's. I think Doku's is 160 base, but critical damage is now 165. He doesn't apply negative effects, so potency doesn't really matter. Tenacity is 46, it's decent. Physical damage, 2,571. Critical hit is almost 50% chance. So that means almost 1 out of every 2 hits is going to be a critical hit, and that's going to be a 50% turn meter for him. So he's just going to be just boom, 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 just blasting shots at people. You know, armor penetration, 47. It's not that great, but whatever. Armor, 28%. Dodge chance 2. Special damage, 1883. Special critical hit, 22. My phone's dying, so let me wrap this up. But as you can see, the mods, you know, look, this thing is ridiculous. 4,156 protection, plus 6 critical hit, plus 5 speed, plus 3% offense. And you can see what type of difference these things will make if you get some high level ones going on. The next one I'm going to do is Phasma, because that's another person that I use in my PvP. And like I said, you want to get your PvP people ranked up their modifications as quickly as possible. So yeah, tune in for that next.